Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to do our Mopar Monday. And today we're showcasing Greenlight, and it's the Greenlight 1971 Dodge Charger RT. And this one is unique because it's a model of the last Hemi, the last Chrysler documented Hemi Charger to come off the assembly line in late 1971. So pretty unique model to have in your collection, and it tells you the whole story on the back of the package of how this car is unique. It's the 71 Dodge Charger RT, the last Hemi. The Charger introduced game-changing style to the muscle car arena. In 1968, by 1971, Dodge had perfected the Coke bottle shape. The lines and proportions were downright elegant. The Hemi engine had been winning races on drag strips and super speedways since 1953. The 1971 Hemi Charger RT represents the pinnacle of both power and style of the muscle car era. Only 63 such examples were shipped from Chrysler's factories for the model year. Escalating gas prices, looming emission standards, and skyrocketing insurance premiums conspired to make 1971 the 426 Hemi's swan song. Charger itself would soldier on, but without the 426 cubic inch dual 4-barrel equipped Hemi engine. In 1976, an inquiry was made by the owner of another very late production 71 Hemi Charger, asking if his car was the last Hemi Charger off the assembly line. According to Chrysler Motors Corporation records, as written in an official letter sent from Chrysler dated September 24th, 1976, I'm afraid it isn't. The last build date of Hemi Charger is July 30th, 1971, and its VIN is blah blah blah. The actual production date of 7/30 is corroborated by the car's original window sticker. The top banana yellow 426 Hemi Charger RT was the last of its kind documented to ever roll off a Chrysler assembly line, signifying the conclusion of the muscle car era. The car currently resides in the Wellborn Muscle Car Museum collection in Alexander City, Alabama. Now, with this limited edition die-cast collectible, you too own the last Hemi Charger. Pretty cool write-up on the back. Usually, the manufacturers don't do such a cool story on die-cast, but this one does have a cool write-up on it. That's the one thing I do like about Greenlight. Sometimes they do give you a background story of the cars and the options that make them rare, like the Graveyard Cars television show, and some of the die-casts they make of those vehicles from the show. They have some background stories on their options and what makes them unique and such, which I thought was pretty cool. So this one I've already cut open. It's been in my collection. It actually resides right here inside the transporter, which usually hauls nothing but 71 B bodies. So anyways, I'll show you usually how I cut these along the backside edge. That way the back folds up kind of like a door and such, and you can just pull this right out. Well, let me get this here. There, it was stuck a little bit, so yeah, lifts up, and you can pull your little tray out, and then voila, you have your die cast. And then this car is still uniquely numbered. Some of the later retail releases are not numbered anymore, but some of the hobby exclusive stuff or unique ones are still yet numbered. So this was number 1598 of however many, I'm not sure. And what's cool or unique is it is a spoiler delete car. Nice detail on the tail lights with the louvers on the tail lights. Accurate Mopar rallies and side stripe, and the indentation louvers on the doors. This is a non-hideaway headlight car. Has the air grabber hood. The air grabber scoop open, and as you can see, detailed engine. The engines on Greenlights are a little bit narrow or small, in my opinion, comparing to the M2 stuff. Let me see if I can get this M2 open for you guys to show you. Because Greenlight's nice, but sometimes they're a little bit thick. As you can see, the inner fenders are a little thick. And the engine is a little narrow. Not too bad on this one, though. Some of the other stuff is pretty small sometimes. But this one is pretty accurate. Johnny Lightning has a tendency to make really small engines, too. But this Greenlight is not as bad as some of their others. But yeah, a very nicely detailed model. So the 71 B-body is one of my favorite B-bodies. I prefer 71 Plymouth B-bodies. Love the Roadrunners and GTX from 71 and 72, followed by these Chargers. But Greenlight and M2 both make a nice casting. I love them both. The one that I would not recommend is the Johnny Lightning one. The Racing Champions one, the American Muscle, I'm sorry, not Racing Champions, but it would have been Ertl, but now owned by Racing Champions, is the 71 Charger from them is nice, but a little bit small, kind of like Johnny Lightning's. Johnny Lightning's is a little bit small, and the body lines are not so well done. The Hot Wheels one is nice. The mainline one is even nice, but their 100% one that they issued back in the early 2000s is very nicely done too. So that's another one you can get that is kind of true to scale, maybe slightly small, but not too bad. So this is your 71 Charger from Greenlight and the 71 Charger from M2. As I said, they're both pretty nice. The Greenlight sometimes in some manners looks a little thick in some areas to me, but overall, nice car. So that's it for our Mopar Monday, guys. We'll be back on Wednesday to do a wide body Wednesday. We're going to crack both Mini GT S15s, the Liberty Walk Super Silhouette S15 from Liberty Walk, and then the Pandem Rocket Bunny S15. I already done a short video on the Rocket Bunny, but we'll give you a more detailed look at it come Wednesday along with the Liberty Walk Super Silhouette S15. So be sure to tune back in for that, guys. Thanks for watching and enjoy the start to your week.